Hello again today. I am super excited, like always, because I have such amazing people in front of me. And today is that kind of day again. I am here with this amazing human being, this amazing woman who does like 1,000 things, who speaks like 1,000 languages. In front of me, I welcome Patricia. That's a hard word in English.
Yeah,
Curty.
you can say Patricia or Patricia. Yeah,
Patricia, I have no problem saying Patricia, but
yeah,
Patricia is like
it's okay.
butchering your name in English. I prefer to say it in like Spanish.
In Spanish, okay,
Yeah,
Patricia.
Patricia. So, Patricia, you do so many things. You're a speaker, you're a storyteller, you're a podcaster, you like speak 1,000 languages. And you travel all around the world and you're in Barcelona, but you work all over the world. So I know that's an intro, but if you would say who you are, what would you say?
I think I would start with being I'm a mom of three. That's me right now. I'm very busy being a mom since my twins were born and my oldest son, he is 11 now. But I manage, I think that's a good message for all the moms out there. I managed to combine my business life in a way that I could never before. I think before the kids, I was very lazy. I would wake up late. After having kids, you're like, okay, 5 o'clock, you never sleep, you're just ongoing. So it's a beautiful time of being a mom, being a businesswoman, being a coach and mentor for so many people. I think that's who I am. Yeah.
So good. So first place first, always mom, and then next to it, you're just a coach and a business owner, right?
Yeah. An entrepreneur. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Oh, so good. So I want to welcome you officially. And then secondly, I'm going to start asking my questions.
Please. Exactly.
So, online visibility, it's here now forever. We
Yeah.
cannot go back before pandemic where it was only a few people, like the world has changed. For you, what do you see? What would you say to someone who's starting out or who's struggling right now with this new way of the world being? What would your first advice be for that person to get visible online?
Oh, there are so many things that I could say, and I could stay here for hours, but just being mindful of time. What I would suggest is start separating what's your personal life online and your professional life. That's the first thing. Have accounts that are private for your family, kids, anything that is private for you. Don't mix them with your professional life. I think that's the first thing. And then work on your personal professional brand, even if it's personal brand as well. If you have a company or if you are your company, you have to create that branding online. How do you want people to perceive you? When they Google you, because people will Google you, what do you want them to see? Be mindful of all the images that are out there. I had sometimes to send messages to Google to ask them to erase certain images that somehow were published from sites that I didn't even know they existed. So be mindful. The internet now, everyone is accessing, everyone is, they hear your name, they're taking a look on Google, Facebook, everywhere. So that's my first advice, to protect what is private and make sure you curate your professional image with videos, interviews, photos, everything of quality and not quantity. It's about quality, and engaging online is about quality. It's not about having 1 million followers. It's about everything you produce. It has to be in a certain quality so people will come back and watch you again.
Yeah. Do you have like a lot of people around you that mix it up, like the quality and the quantity? They're like, oh no, I lost like X amount of followers. Oh no, I only have. Like, what do you say to, I guess there's people around there, and what do you say to counter that?
Yeah, there are many people that are more towards the content creation, which for them, KPI, it's really engagement. So obviously, if they lose followers, if they lose engagement, it's a big deal because that's business. For certain entrepreneurs, they're more focused maybe on their companies, on the product side. They're not really focusing on the engagement, so it doesn't really matter. But for the content creators, yes, even if you're a small content creator, one subscriber that left you, it can be painful. So you wanted to make sure that every day you grow, and that person that is coming to see and consume your content, that they are sharing, not only liking and subscribing, but they are sharing. And that's the magic, right? To be visible online, that people start sharing your content. So when you start creating content, you have to think, is this something that I would share if I watch it? We always have to put ourselves outside and take a look. And I realize sometimes there are many contents that I create that they're not really something that I would share. And then I'm like, okay, maybe then it doesn't make much sense to keep creating this. That doesn't stop you from trying. You can try different things, try different videos, images, posts, content that you create, blogs, types of writing and so on. But then you have to quickly have that assessment call with yourself and say, is this really something that I would share or people are sharing? That's
And from a storyteller perspective, I'm your client now, and I'm like, Patricia, I have nothing to say. I don't know what to say, and I am scared to talk about me and my business. What would you tell that person?
Wow, Jessie. That's a very complex question. That's a whole 3 months course.
Yeah, but like on the top of your head, when someone tells you, you're like, no, your life. I guess you think a lot of people are interesting, so you see that, but the person doesn't see it for themselves.
And I hear that actually all the time. I hear people saying, I have nothing to say. I hear that all the time. When you are in that state of mind, that mindset of I have nothing to say, the first thing you have to do is to start going around people that can help you consolidate what you have to say, what you wanted to say. Because if you are around people that are always telling you the same things, you're not going to grow. So challenge yourself to go to places, conversations where you, like on Clubhouse, for example, if you go to different rooms and challenge yourself to go on stages and speak with people that maybe will give you ideas to what to talk about it, right? And that's how you start, I guess. It's not by just doing the same circle every day, talking to the same people, doing the same things. You're not going to figure out some new things to say. You need to go out there and find new people and talk to new people, and conversations will help you to create that new story and maybe even enhance old stories, because you're going to start looking back at your stories and say, wow, actually the way that person says that is interesting. And I have even the same story or a similar story that I could say the same way. And that's how you start building storytelling professionally in business. You have to pay attention, listen to others, not only consuming, but also thinking as a creator, not only as a consumer.
And do you think also now with Reels and YouTube Shorts, like a lot of people don't know about YouTube Shorts yet, it's the same as Reels, but on YouTube. Do you think it makes it easier or harder for people who are already quite scared?
Yeah. Jessie, when I started my first video, I remember I did it on vertical many years ago, I think in 2000. After YouTube was created, 2005, 2006. And I remember someone from my school in New York saying, you study cinema, Patty, you should know that we never do videos like this. And I was thinking, well, maybe one day we'll do vertical videos, because everybody's consuming video today on a mobile phone. And it's very rare that we are on our desktop watching videos. I mean, we are working on desktops, but we are watching stuff on the mobile. So videos that TikTok became so famous because of the vertical 1 minute video and attention span, as you mentioned before, it's every time shorter and shorter and shorter. As the generations grow, we're getting shorter attention span. So 1 minute vertical, bingo, they figured out, they made billions, they are making billions. So Instagram and YouTube were like, wait a minute, we should be doing the same thing. Now for the content creator, some people hate it because it's hard to build a story in 30 seconds like Reels. I don't know if they have now over 30 seconds, or if it's still 30 seconds for reels. But
you can go up to 1 minute now.
Can go up to 1 minute. No, yeah, I think I heard, yeah. But even though 1 minute, like to give the message and everything, wanted to, you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I don't know if many creators like the idea. For the audience, I understand it's appealing. It's interesting. It's a short, quick message, you know. And if you do it well, it can captivate audiences in a way that is incredible. But it's hard work. The shorter the time, as they say in presentations and in public speaking, the shorter the time you have on a stage, the longer the preparation. The more time you're going to need to prepare.
I've noticed this for myself, like a stupid example.
Yeah.
In the kitchen, recipe, you want a new thing. I just love watching the short recipes where they show you flour, blah, blah, blah grams, milk, blah, blah, blah milliliters. And that's it. And it's like in 1 minute, I exactly know, and I don't have to read everything. As I was saying, recipes, that's a stupid example, but it shows how our world has changed, how we have changed as human beings. And it's a good thing to hop on those trends. It's not a trend anymore. It's a way of looking at things now. Also, it's a part of life.
Yeah, because the more information we have, the less time, no, right? We have so much, we have too much choice. Mm-hmm. We can watch a million things. We can organize our day. Yeah. It's not that somebody's dictating your agenda anymore, like, you know, in the 90s before internet, where I remember in Brazil, we had the telenovelas, you know, the soap opera. 9 o'clock p.m. you had to wait until that time to watch that, or even a movie, you had to wait, and then, or a series. But now you can go binging like, I don't know, 12 seasons, 12 episodes in a season. And it's crazy the way we have so much choice. So I think there is more concern now on time management than ever before. We really have to, there are people taking courses on time management. There are people really concerned about how to handle their time, to be productive and to be happy and to be feeling fulfilled and not feeling left out. You know, FOMO, you know, fear of missing out, that's increasing as well. People are always with FOMO. They're like, I'm missing out on things. You know, I should be there, So yeah, quick videos, they are the answer to that. Because we can learn quickly, short, you know, shots of information quickly, and then we just move on to the next thing.
How was your first reel or TikTok? Like, was it a bummer, or you nailed it immediately?
No, no, it was horrible. Oh, no. I remember my first video so many years ago. I was actually doing a cooking video, nothing to do with, just to do some tests on the vertical video. And I sent it to friends, and they're like, "Oh, Patty, no, you know, if you want to go on video now, you have to do the cinema way, you know, make it nice or horizontal." That's what I was telling you before. So I was like, "Oh, okay," but it was like no makeup, no hair, nothing, just me doing some tests with the camera. But today, every mobile, we have cameras that are, I don't know, 5G, 8G. I don't know. It's crazy the quality. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we didn't have this. It was like really bad quality, the sound. So my first video on YouTube was 2009, that officially that I put it. It was really bad. And then I removed it after a few months.
You know what? People can remove a video if it's no longer related to what they do or the quality they have.
Yeah.
Things can come off also. They might be there somewhere, but you can take them off your profile, like do it. And then you'll see, like, you removed that one. Very good.
Yeah.
And what was your biggest struggle way back then? When you first started out, of course, you had moments where you felt not comfortable at all and maybe fearful. What did you do to get over that?
It just try to find the right moment. For me, it's finding that moment of inspiration. I did so many mistakes at the beginning, not being consistent with the content. I didn't know any of this. So I would just look for those moments of inspiration and try to do something when I was feeling that I could produce content. But then after understanding how the world of the algorithm works, right? For all we care now is the data, the algorithm. Is not about media anymore. Back then in 2009, 2010, we were talking about everybody needed to understand media. You needed to understand video. You're starting to be online. Today, you have to understand data. You have to understand how to do your hashtags, how to do your SEO. You have to understand the business science behind the things. So today, when I look back, I think if I had had the consistency that I have today with my work, I would be in a much better position today in the algorithm of YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. There, I opened accounts, I closed accounts, I couldn't find the proper way. So I did so many trials, tests, which was okay. But if I could go back with the knowledge that I have today, I'll just go straight to the formula. But obviously, it needs to either you pay someone to teach you that, and I didn't have anyone back then. I had some mentors that could help me to understand some things, but not really the business side of the algorithm.
And are you like a person that says go to different platforms or choose one?
I go to different platforms. I think the more visible you are, it's so hard to be visible. There's so much content out there, so many people producing content every second. So why are you going to limit yourself to be only in the platform that you like, that you kudos, I love this platform, I'm going to stay here? No, if it's business, it's not about you liking, it's about your audience and how you can, how can they find you? So if someone prefers to consume content on YouTube, make sure you publish your reels in a short format for people to see it there. Yeah. So it's just reposting. You don't even have to create new content every time for each platform. You created a video, you can do from that video, let's say 10 minutes video, you can do so much for the whole week. So it's just about being smart with your content and helping other people finding you. It's not about, I don't like to be, another place. It's not about you liking, it's about how can they find you. If you want to be helping people to find your content, you need to be everywhere. You cannot only be in a platform that you like.
Oh, so exactly. I love that you said that, because different platforms are fun. Like not everything is the same. You can widen your perspective. And what would you say to someone starting out and that has really no clue about the mechanicals of it all, like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, like everything is from another world?
Oh, hire an agency, or if you have money, if you have funds to do it as a business, because it's too much. It's too much work to handle social media these days. It's a full intensive, like it's 24/7. It's not even a full-time job. It's 24/7. You have audiences from all over the world. So you have to really find someone to help you. If you don't have the funds and you're just starting out and it's just yourself with yourself, like most people, sometimes we just start with an idea and we want to see how things go. Well, you have to start understanding the algorithm and how to publish and go for the information, look for people to help you every day a little bit. Every day you have to understand a little bit more and do some tests, see what it works and what it doesn't, and don't give up, because that's the problem. We give up so easily when we don't see anybody giving us the little tap on the shoulder, you're doing good. Not from family and friends. I'm saying from our audiences out there. I like what you do. Or sometimes just a phrase of someone saying, I like what you're doing, even though I'm not going to buy it, but that encouragement makes us keep going. But if you don't have any of this in the beginning, you're probably not going to have anyone saying anything. So it's hard. Later on, when you start getting to people, you receive emails like from yourself saying beautiful things, inviting me for places. It's nice, obviously. But to get there, you need to pass that phase, sometimes months, years of not having anyone saying anything. And then it's just you making sure that one day you're going to find your audiences and people that appreciate what you're doing. And sometimes people are lucky, they find it straight away, but it's not the case all the time.
No, I love that. We're even going to end on that, because I love that patience and just
believe in yourself.
And reconfirming that for some people it happens like that, but for the majority of people it doesn't happen like that. It's consistency and work and keep going even though you want to give up.
Exactly. It's the famous phrase, right? It took me 10 years for the overnight success, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
for most people, it's actually 10 years. That's why there is the famous phrase. It's famous because it takes so long sometimes for people to get to that tipping point and go to the other side and start
Yeah,
enjoying. Yeah.
exactly. Well,
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna exactly end on that question, but you have a gift for the audience. I want you to tell us what it is. I love when you tell about your gift because you know exactly what it is, and so people can like envision it.
Yeah, of course. So now, my newest project is really, I'm concentrating a lot of time on Clubhouse, and I'm helping people to understand how to monetize on Clubhouse. So I have put it together for 3 months now that I've been there, 11 ways to monetize on Clubhouse. So it's an intensive 2 hours masterclass almost on how to monetize on this platform. So for anyone that is interested in learning and maybe finding out more about this platform for your business or for your personal brand, here's the gift. Is just send us an email or contact me directly on Instagram or any of the places. But yeah, on our website, galleryofideas.net, you have all the information there.
Oh, so good. Thank you for your gift, and thank you for this interview and the value you bring, and for your smile. Oh, thank you so much, Patricia.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
so
much.
welcome. And
Oh.
also thank you to you who is watching and who's taking, I hope, so much value out of it. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow, because it's like people like Patricia are like, no excuses to not believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, because most people do, and it's in your head. So thank you again for watching. Thank you, Patricia, for being here.
Thank
And
you.
see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.